This channel is supported by Truefire. Truefire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Since NAMM is coming up, and we're going to be probably talking about guitars that are new, that you're going to consider buying, and all of this stuff that you don't have yet, I wanted to start doing some videos where like sort of highlighting some guitars that I don't really play as much as I should. This one lives at the back of a cupboard. To make it fit in the cupboard, I have to put some other guitar cases in certain sections. So this one doesn't get played as much as it should. This is a K-line San Bernadino that I think this must have been, the first guitar that Chris actually made for me and gave me a really good discount on. Because at this point I think had like 4 K-line Springfields that I'd bought used around the place. Chris had sort of noticed that I really liked guitars and we'd started emailing a little bit. At the time, I think I was playing a Squier Jazzmaster, which had been my first ever offset, and this was a time when the offset was sort of making a little bit of a resurgence, I would say, which I think is maybe sort of peaked by this point. But offset guitars, I think, look really sort of different but still classic, if you get what I mean. Where it's like these were still guitars from the 60s and stuff, but it's different enough. You know, people like Kurt Cobain, that sort of thing. Name your favourite sort of offset players in the comments if you've got them. Matt Healy from the 1975, I think, kind of had a little bit of a push for, you know, maybe more modern, younger players playing this sort of thing. But anyway, at the time, I had asked for something with a mastery trem, but I spoke to Chris a bit and he kind of said, well, that means that the body has then got to be a bit thicker to accommodate that. So this actually ends up being a really lightweight guitar because it's got the Tune-o-matic bridge instead, and it actually has a slightly slimmer body than a conventional Strat would. So even though there's like extra surface area, it's actually a very lightweight guitar. We went with a mini humbucker and a Firebird pickup bar. Yeah, I think this is a Firebird in the neck here, which I just seen Nick Granville, if you're watching, has done a video, that's his favourite neck pickup or something like that, one of. And then a mini humbucker in the bridge. I'll go through some of that, but it's just, I was noticing, I was playing it after the live stream last night, and it's just got a really kind of quite a soft feel to it, in a way that the telly that I have is like a bit stiffer, and I don't know whether it's because the string length might be slightly longer or something, but something feels different about it. The neck is beautifully round as well, so obviously all of these guitars are handmade, so they do vary, or hand finished, but this one actually has a really, really beautiful feel, perfectly rounded fret edges and slightly rounded on the fretboard as well. So if I play this a bit more, this is gonna, I think, play in quite nicely. In terms of tones and controls, just got, like, the one thing about the Jazzmaster that I had was that the controls were quite confusing. Like, if you've never played a Jazzmaster, it's a bit of a thing where you've got like controls down here which do the bridge thing or do the treble circuit, whatever it's called, and then if you flick this one up here, these controls that you have on a normal Jazzmaster, that circuit. So you have like two tone circuits. Like, it's a bit over involved to me for the live gig, whereas this is perfectly decent. It's just that that's in a less natural place for me, but I played it in the past on like jazz gigs where I'd just be in the neck position anyway. Another thing about the body positioning of like the offset is that it puts the neck slightly further this way, which is actually really comfortable for lead playing and sat playing. Okay, bridge sounds. Kind of like a nice chimey. Just wanted to sort of give this guitar a little bit of another going over, and I've actually been really, oh, that light's gone out, pleasantly just enjoying it again. And that's one of the things that I wanted to sort of talk about in this video, like the guitars that we maybe don't play as much. You know, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I've got guitars that I really favour, and I still have guitars like this that I think are actually really fantastic, but I don't play them enough. And so yeah, this is kind of the idea with this series, guitars that I don't really play very much, hardly ever play, but that I really should. And this is top of the list, I think, K-Line San Bernardino. If you've got guitars like this, leave them in the comments, and if you've got other guitars of mine that you think I should be playing more, let me know in the comments with that as well. If you've got a guitar that you've seen me play before that you think I really want to buy that thing, sometimes I will sell guitars, so I've been doing a little bit of selling in the last couple of weeks. So if there's one that you're like, well, does he still have that, can I buy it, then do let me know via email. I might let them go, but probably not this one. I'll catch you in another video soon. And I was using a Helix Native for this intro, Eric Lee 2023. I hope you're having a good Sunday, and cheers.